Hey, hey, hello, hello. First stream, let's go. Got some new toys tonight. Got a Razor sand loom. Got a Razor gate remover. It's gonna be fun. Gonna mess all this shit up. Let's do it. I am lacking some light. Sorry for that glare around here. Cost of doing business. Gotta see where I'm cutting. I want to keep my fingers. Already digging this number mover, man. It really gets it out. Very awesome. It took forever for it to get here, but you know what? I think it's worth it. Can't really complain about how long it took. It took about 2 weeks from literally the other side of the planet. So, there's that. Just realized I am moving and you guys can't see shit. I think I'm gonna clip this a little bit closer. technically this piece I'm sitting right this second on this particular edge is not going to be seen by anybody because that is a peg piece. For those who don't know, you can tell by that little crosshatch, it's definitely made for something to plug onto it. He's trying to hide from me. Can't have that. Would also help if I, put their piece in the right spot before I started just going on. Does kind of help. In general, with gunpla, you want to make sure and get everything in. Hey, Retro, how you doing, my sir? You have the dubious honor of being the first official chatter on the first official stream. How you doing tonight, man? Let me know if the music is too loud, too low, too annoying. We'll see what we can do about that. I know that feeling. I was going to be doing this last night, but my back decided not to work. And as we all know, a non-working back is not a good thing. I'm really trying to hold this up to the camera so people can see, but I'm not used to that, so I keep wanting to pull it back closer to me, so I do apologize for that. Shy, you weirdo. How you doing? So like I was telling Retro, I meant to do this yesterday, but my back gave out on me, dude. It was rough. You'll notice that this looks like hot ass, but once we get that sprayed down and painted, that gray shit's gonna go away. It's gonna look good. This piece is gonna be mostly internal. I'll show you the completed one that I did. This is the part as it is now. And once it's painted up, it will look more like this. With a little bit of extra added detail. So, fan, welcome to the show, dude. First stream. If the sound is jacked up, let me know. If anything else is jacked up, if I start dropping frames, I'll try and pick them up. You know, I tried New Gundam Breaker, but did not enjoy it. I did, however, enjoy the Maxi Boost versus Extreme on other ejectives, whatever you call it. That was fun. My boys love it. They play that all the time. Doesn't care. They don't care if they're winning or losing, but man, they have a ball. You're not wrong. It is kind of crap. It felt like I was playing a console version of the mobile Gunpla Warfare game. Import an English copy. That sounds odd. I know other regions sometimes get English copies of games, but man, I wish we did. We're stuck with the weeb stuff that has Japanese only audio half the time. And yeah, I know a lot of people prefer subs, but I don't, especially when I'm trying to play something. Gets old fast. What? Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn around for just a moment. This is something I also got from Gun Primer when I got my Razor gate removal, and it's really great for flat surfaces. Not so much for bendies. It's Tamiya 1500. Can't go wrong with Tamiya. This piece I don't want to mess up the sanding on because there are a good number of this that are external once everything is finished and assembled. Yeah, I didn't even try New Gundam Breaker past about 20-30 minutes. The boys like it, but again, they're 9 and 5. they still prefer the Maxi Boost game. See, you don't need to get all special. Just get a toothbrush, get that extra sand off. Getting these nubs a little bit closer so that the gate remover doesn't have a huge amount to do. See how it just ate that gate? It is smooth as butter now. I mean, yeah, there's reborns, but let's face it, Ribbons wasn't dick. Then again, so was T-Area. Apparently I forgot to make 2 of a piece from back here. It does indeed say make 2 of them. Alright, F and I. I happen to have F and I handy. $19 and $28, alright. If you guys are curious, there's what my workspace looks like from the side. Did we? Sometimes my net is a little bit goofy. It might be because it can't handle the side cam at the same time. These frames are heavy. Yeah, it was the side cam. Apparently 2 1080p cameras at the same time. A little bit intensive. Just a little bit. Oh, there's a Sazabi and everything. Sazabi's probably one of the most popular suits out there, period. Yeah, dude. I've seen pretty much all of them. I was just watching the RE96 version earlier with the kiddos. Huh. That would look neat. There's actually very little of this part that you can see once everything is snapped together. I can't see half my screen. It's a very small part. I'm not even recalling exactly where it is now. It's somewhere on here. You can tell I've already finished one leg up completely. Custom paint, custom decals. Trust me, this piece is going to be a bitch to get off later, but it's worth it. Ooh, let's see this. Huh, okay. Yeah, that's like, I think you just described half of the Gundam wing kits that were released. Most of them were kind of shitty. The RG one that I did is decent, except that the base adapter, not so great at all. It doesn't want to clip onto the stand well enough, so it's kind of flippy floppy. Jeez, he's not wrong on the real one either, though. I'm not sanding these parts much because they're practically all internal. This is part of the kneecap, and really you can't see it. It's the internal part right there. Okay, cool. So now that we got that, we can plug this in. What? Nobody saw that. Oh shit, I had that right the first time. That's what I get for second guessing. Once I finish the snap build, what I'll be doing is taking this entire piece minus this red part and priming it and color and airbrushing it all at once as one piece, because this is all internals. Yeah, you guys are talking about the wing. Let me show you something real quick. This is one of the kits in my backlog. Okay. Sorry, there's a pile of backlog kits over there that I had to... That's on the very bottom. I got that one. I got the Master Grade Epion. I got the Master Grade Barbatos. The Gundam Verka Gramps. I've also got a P-Bandai Deathslash Rosette, the Polypod Ball, and the RG Force Impulse, and the HD Moon Gundam. So that's pretty much my stockpile for the year. I say for the year because Erica might kill me if I buy any more. Shy, I know you do kits too, man. Are you working on any kits right now? Char, the biggest asshole. I can't believe anybody let this dude stream. One leg. One leg is already finished. One of my delights in life is showing Char pictures of Federation painted Sazabis and watching him vomit in his mouth a little bit. Here's a other leg that I did actually finish. Alright, fan, have a good one, man. Enjoy that Toonami, sir. Keep finding parts that I apparently did not do the first time. Like an idiot. When something calls for 2 pieces of something and you don't do 2 pieces of something, it can be a problem. Neo-Romania, huh? Okay, I gotta see this. Anything from G Gundam is bound to be entertaining. Miserable little pile of plastic. Excellent, sir. Very nice. By the way, you can get these little clips like this at multiple places. They're highly recommended. Especially when you're like me and you only do like one part of the model at a time, like a leg, an arm, something like that. And guys, this is the first stream. Let me know if the music is too loud or too soft. Anything like that, and it will be appreciated. Goldframe is one of those ones that I've meant to pick up a couple times, but never actually pulled the trigger. I don't assume you'd let me know anything, because I don't expect you to know anything to tell me. Apologies for the squeaking. This is a glass file, so it squeaks more than most files do. Isn't Mudrock a newer suit? Or, well, let me rephrase that. A newly released suit? Didn't they just drop that one a few months back? Or was that a re-release? By the way, if you cannot afford God Hands, because $60 is fucking expensive for a nipper, if you can find a Dispia 3.0 single blade cutter, they're almost just as good. I say almost because nothing really competes with that God Hand butter smooth cut. Oh, trust me, there's way better reasons not to get GB3 than that. Mostly because most Bandai games are ass. So Retro, is GB3 what you're playing tonight, man? Or are you just chilling out, having an easy night? Cool, cool. I have a feeling that's going to be me on Monday night since I'm actually off work. For once. I'm not even on call that night, which is... Oh, yes. Shy, I don't know if you've checked Instagram tonight, but one of the other people that I follow is having a master grade Barbatos giveaway. Might want to check that out, sir. I did ping you on that. Lurkers, I see you guys. Thanks for dropping in, even if you're not chatting. I do appreciate that. You guys are awesome. As with any channel, you're the lifeblood. If anybody has any questions about Gundam, modeling, what I ate for breakfast, let me know. I'll tell. The reason that I'm sanding these parts, for those who aren't aware, is I do plan on painting this. Normally the Sazabi has a very distinctive red coat because of its pilot, who always has a red suit. But I have decided to switch the coloration on it. Everything red is going to be black. Everything black was going to be red. Pocket contents. I got 2 pairs of earplugs. I got my wallet, my badge for work. That's it right now, actually. Normally I would also have a couple of pins. Probably my pocket knife, because I am in Texas. It's required by law when you're out of the house. You gotta have a pocket knife or your concealed carry, one of the two. My USB drives, which are currently hanging up on my shelf. They have my airbrush cleaning tools on them right now, but red makes it go faster. You're right. That's one of the universal laws. Like more DACA is better. I don't recall where I clipped that out. Ah, that's why. Has anybody seen the new WandaVision show? I tried watching the first episode, but it was way too much like reruns on TV when I was a kid. It was something. I got the second episode downloaded too, and I'm not sure. I don't know, man. I hope it gets better fast. Shy, I think I saw either you or your brother gushing over it the other day. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the engineering on these kits are amazing, and this Sazabi is actually one of the best. This is a riser for the shin. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a groove right there that it goes into. And there are pegs right here and here on the little kneecap slash shin piece. So we end up having is it slides open and close as the leg moves up and down. I do trust in their casting though, because a lot of the people that were in the Captain America movies were known quantities, but they were not really stars before the MCU. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. himself before the MCU was practically washed up. I mean, before MCU, how many people had heard of Tom Holland? Or outside of a very few shows, Tom Hiddleston. Martin Freeman was a decently known name, because he was in Lord of the Rings and such. But for the most part, they weren't really well known. Man, the Doctor Strange movie and the new Spider-Man movie are going to be wild. Really wild. They've already confirmed all the previous Spider-Man dudes except for Into the Spider-Verse, I think. Well, that might have changed by now. Sorry, I keep holding it close to my body like I usually do, so my apologies for that. Normally I would put the stickers on an RG because some of the stickers are really good for this, especially the foil ones. Um, the foil ones really make it stand out from a regular kit, but in this case I'm painting it, so I'm not doing any stickers yet. Afterwards, once I get it painted, I will be doing putting custom decals on there that I got from Delpy Decal, but until then, no stickers. Now these red pieces I have to take some additional care with because they are externally facing parts of the model. I'm not even going to attempt the sand loop on this because this is very curved, as most leg armor tends to be. Best way to get a decent clear of all the sand is after the toothbrush, get just a regular microfiber cloth, rub it over, take a look, see if it's sanded okay. In this case I missed part of the knee joint covering. Okay, barely tell on this one, but you can see what I meant about part of the internals being external. There's two little notches there that the underside comes through. Those two raised parts right there. have to be careful right here because that little notch right there is required to stay. It would help if I put it on the correct way. As Shai can probably tell you, a little bit of inattention on a model can lead to a lot of annoyance. Broken parts, snapped connectors, or just a general all-around shitty looking model. It happens to all of us. Guys, I do have a Discord. If anybody wants to join, it is free. It's more or less geared towards crafting. A little bit of side hit of a little bit of some games. Anybody can join. Place to mess around. I know most of us are in like 40 something Discords already, so if you don't, no big deal. Now this says put the foot in here, but as you can see, the foot is already sanded and disassembled for airbrushing later on. By the time we're done with this leg, most of this runner will be gone. You know, everybody bitches about the Sinanju waist. Had no problem with it at all. The shoulder on this kit is supposed to be bad too. So we'll see when we get there. Yeah, except for these two pieces, this runner is done for. Best way to tell if something is ready for painting is to take your thumbnail, drag it along whatever you just sanded, filed down, whatever you want to call it. If it goes straight smooth across, it is ready for painting. If it does not, it will show up when you start to paint it. Learned that the hard way. That said, these particular parts are not going to be seen once we get it assembled, but it doesn't hurt. And if you don't do it, that you run the risk of getting into the habit of not doing it, and that will mess you up hard. And guys, if you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that follow button if you are enjoying yourself. I know you hear it from every streamer, every YouTuber. It's annoying and everybody hates it, but help me get that affiliate button. Again, this is a almost entirely internal part. The only part I'm really worried about is this thruster. That I am going to give a decent sanding to. Little pieces like this, you definitely need something flexible to sand with, because you have to actually get in there a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but gotta do your best. Just a few more armor pieces on the exterior, and we will be done with this leg and for the night. I am not like some of these other streamers that can go for hours and hours at a time, because I'm old and tired. Putting tags on your runners like this makes it much easier to find when you're doing your thing. because otherwise you have to like, oh, where is that? Oh, there it is. There's the D runner. It takes forever, trust me, especially with the larger kits. Nobody saw that. Can't prove anything. So this is something that they introduced relatively newishly lately, is that you saw me clip the outside of this, but this part has what's called an undergate, which lets it clip to the runner without being on the external side of the piece, so that any clip marks, nubs, gates, imperfections from the cutting process just doesn't show at all. A better example than the Sazabi for that would have been the RG New Gundam. And man, that kit's gorgeous. I loved it. It's perfect. See, these kits are good enough that I can't find a third nub. The older kits were generally terrible about that. They would drop a seam line wherever they felt like they wanted to. It did not make anything look good once you clipped it out. You had to go through so much effort to hide pretty much any kind of seam line, anything like that. Now, because I already have experience with the other leg, I know that I don't need to sand anything on the internal past right here, because you're not going to see anything on the external pass there, because this piece is going to come up in through here and pretty much just not let anything show. Again, everything there, it looks scraped up, it looks nasty, it looks disgusting. But once we drop that in the sonic cleaner, get it primed and painted, all that's going to look perfect. sadly, I cannot stream the airbrushing that I do because I have to do that outside because of ventilation reasons. But I'm kind of self-conscious about my airbrushing anyway because I still suck at it. This particular piece was a pain in the butt on the other side too, because everything has to be lined up just perfectly. Otherwise, it won't even attempt to go in. K13. I don't actually have K13 out. Let's get that K. Sometimes these pieces get pretty tiny, especially on RG kits, which makes precision work kind of iffy sometimes. But that is the challenge. That's how that'll fit. we got to sand it still. The reason I waited until it was assembled this time before I started sanding is because that is sometimes the easiest way to hold it. You will occasionally get a part that has extremely jaggy edges. Definitely do not suggest holding that. Just stick it somewhere. Maybe even use some tweezers to hold it. Anything else is a pain. Hawk, what's up, fellow oldster? You caught me at near the tail end of the stream, actually. We got this piece I'm sanding and these two pieces right here, and I'm actually going to be done for the night. There is a Nightingale kit, but I believe it's HG. It would be nice to have it in RG, though. I think an MG of it would probably cost, you know, like a kidney. But yeah, I'm finally getting around to the Sazabi. It's been sitting like right here. Oh god, 2 months, 3 months. I'm getting the initial snap for the left leg. Hawk has just followed. Thank you, sir. You're the first stalker of the night. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. I had to do that yesterday for my back, so yeah. Thank you, Retro. Appreciate that, sir. Guys, if y'all don't follow Firehawk and Retro Nutcase, you should. They are both amazing at retro games. Hawk can beat Castlevania in like 10 minutes flat. I've been messing around with it for 4 or 5 days at least. Yes, Hawk does is on Sanctuary Crew most nights, actually. Well, not most nights, when he does stream, I should say. Retro streams there also on occasion. Again, apologies for the squeaking. This is a glass file. Man, I have not played Immortals in probably several weeks now. I just kind of stopped playing it. Speaking of chill nights, if anybody has insomnia, if you follow Char0093, he sometimes streams late at night, aka fuck o'clock. Give him a follow. Could be anything from Hunter Call of the Wild to... who knows, man? There's been many times I've woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning, or even earlier, because insomnia won't let me sleep any longer. And Char's been there for me with entertainment. There's also the RPG fan. He was in here a little bit earlier. I think he might be lurking right now. But he streams on occasion, not too often. Randomizers. And maybe even check out some of those lurkers. I know at least one of them did stream. I don't know if they still do. I think they might have been taking a break, but everybody in here is awesome, even if you haven't said anything. Let me drop that Discord link again. I do have a Discord. I can be found on all socials under Dracanis, Drakhanas, just like it says up top. Practically everybody in here already knows me though, so that's not really a shock. Hawk, Immortals Phoenix Rising is really, really good. It's like if Breath of the Wild and some of the earlier Assassin's Creed games had a love child, and then that love child was given really good graphics. Well, Shy, you for one, man. I know you stream sometimes. I don't think I've seen a stream from you in a while, but you know. If my dumbass can stream, yours can stream. Retro, I don't even know what that is, man. What is T edition? So the RGs are known for detail, but just as an example, all of that detail that you see in there on the underside, you don't see it at all. Finished model, that doesn't flip up far enough unless you actually turn it upside down to look at it. Huh, I might have to look at that. Final Fantasy VI is the best Final Fantasy. That sounds neat. I might have to check that out. I mean, I've already fought Omega from Final Fantasy IX, and that was probably the worst optional super boss I've ever fought outside of, well, anything. I didn't play 11. I know that guy was hard, but still. I mean, Retro, that's the whole point of super bosses, man, is to hide the best gear behind them. That's the whole thing. I will definitely check that out. It's been forever since I played a ROM hack, though. I mean, like, freaking years. I never did get around to playing Final Fantasy IV Enterprise. Free Enterprise, whatever it's called. Shinryu? I'm gonna say Exaflare. Tidal Wave. Leviathan wannabe. I don't think I ever finished 12. And I don't think he opens with that in 14. Gentlemen, we are done with the left leg. Now, as for next steps, we'll be disassembling this, dropping it in my handy left leg container there, taking it out, popping it up on my sticks, and giving it a primer and painting it up so that it looks like this. So yeah, still some work to go. I want to thank everybody for dropping in on me tonight. This is the first stream on this layout, or since like 6 years ago when I was messing around with Sanctuary Crew. But lurkers, everybody's chatting. Retro, Hawk, Shy, Jar, you're all awesome. Love y'all. Let's see who's on. Yeah, we're gonna raid my buddy Goalie, who's actually I've commissioned him to do a logo and some work for me. Actually, he's probably swearing at Warzone losses right now. So guys, thanks for showing up. We're gonna go hit up Goalie and give him a hard time. Thank you.